Hello again, students. It's Mrs. Coon again. And I wanted to tell you all what a fantastic job you're doing on finding the greatest common factor and the least common multiple. I've been impressed. Okay? Now, what we're going to do today, we're going to use those skills to solve word problems. Oh, the dreaded word problems. I know students of the past, and you're no different than they are, don't like to see those word problems show up. But we're going to make it easy, okay? Remember what I said? When finding the greatest common factor, is your answer going to be bigger or smaller than the numbers that are there? I want you to think a minute. Factors. They're smaller, aren't they? So your answer is going to be smaller to or equal to the smallest number if you're using the greatest common factor to solve the word problem. Same way, if it's least common multiple, it's going to have to be equal to or greater than the greatest number. So you have to determine, a lot of times reading a word problem, you can look at the problem and know, is the answer going to be smaller than those numbers or larger? Okay, so if it's going to be smaller, then we're going to use the GCF to solve it. If the answer is going to have to be greater, then we're going to use the LCM to solve it. Okay, so we're going to do some problems here, and we're going to determine what skill, GCF or LCM, do we use, and then we have to actually solve the problem using the skill. Okay, students, I have the problem displayed there. Let's read it together. Jim has 32 carrot sticks and 48 celery sticks. He wants to package them in plastic bags so that each bag has an equal number of carrot sticks and an equal number of celery sticks. What is the greatest number of bags he can put together? Okay, so first of all, let's look at the numbers. You have 32 and we have 48. Okay, it wants to know what is the greatest number of bags he can put together. With them having the same amount of carrots in each bag and the same amount of celery sticks in each bag. So is our answer going to have to be less than 32? Or is it going to be greater than 48? Well, can we have 48 bags and have carrot sticks in 48 bags? No. So what's that tell us then we're going to have to solve this problem? Are we going to use GCF or are we going to use LCM? We have to use a number, we have to have a number smaller or equal to 32 because a number greater than 48 is not going to work. Or 48 can't work because we can't have that many carrots we can't have a carrot in every bag if we have 48 bags. So we're going to use GCF to solve this problem. So let's look at it. We have 32 and we have 48. Okay, now let's look. 32 and 48. Well, factors of 32, if we look at it, let's do down here, 32. 1 and 32, it's an even number, so remember 2. Half of 32 is 16. Can 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 divided by 3 leaves a remainder, doesn't it? So it won't work. So 3 is not. 4, if you know your multiplication facts, 4 times 8 is 32. Now, 5, it doesn't end in a 0 or 5, does it? So 5 won't work. What about 6? Well, 3 didn't work. So divisibility rule, if it's divisible by 6, says if it's divisible by 2 and 3, it's divisible by 6. So then it can't be by 6 because it wasn't divisible by 3. Okay, what about 7? 7 can't, can it? Because 7 times 4 is 28, and 7 times 5 is 35. Okay, so that takes us back to 8. 8 times 4 gives us 32, doesn't it? So then that tells us we repeated, so that tells us we have all of our factors. Okay, so now let's look at 48. 1 and 48, it's an even number, so 2, half of 48 is 24. 3, 8 plus 4 is 12. 3 can evenly go into 12, can it? So let's come up here and divide 48 by 3. 3 goes into 4 one time, put the 3 down, subtract, bring down the 8. 3 goes into 18 6 times, doesn't it? So then that means 3 and 16. 4 can, because 4 can go into 8 and 4 can go into 4 and 4 can go into 8. If you know your 12s, then you know 4 times 12 is 48. 5 can't, because it doesn't end in a 0 or a 5. 6 can, because we know 2 and 3 did, so 6 can. If you know your multiplication facts, 6 times 8 is 48. Well, 7 can't, because 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 6 is 42, and 7 times 7 is 49. 8 gives us a repeat, so that tells us we have them all, doesn't it? Okay, so now let's look at 32. Let's put them all up here. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, and 32. Now, 48. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. Then we have 8, 12, 16. Let's erase this off here a little bit. 16, 24, and 48. Okay, so now let's look at it. We have 1s in common. We have 2s in common. We have 4s in common. We have an 8 in common. We have 16 in common. So the greatest amount of bags that we can have would be 16 bags. Well, how many carrots would be in 16 bags? Well, how many times is 16 times 32? Well, if we get 16 times 2 was 32, so that would be 2 carrots in each bag. 2 carrot sticks. Okay, if we have 48 bags, 16, well, if you come over here, 16 times 3, wasn't it? So then you would have 3 celery sticks. And each bag would have 2 and 3 in it. Now, if it didn't want the greatest bag, you could have used 8, 4, 2, and then the one bag would have them all, okay? So 16 bags, and remember, if you look at the problem, let's go back, and after you finish it, go back and see if it makes sense now. Jim has 32 carrot sticks and 48 celery sticks. He wants to package them in plastic bags so that each bag has an equal number of carrot sticks and an equal number of celery sticks. What is the greatest number of bags he can put together? And remember, it had to be smaller because you couldn't have a bag that had 48 and also have carrots in it. So if it had to be smaller, you knew you had to find the GCF, the greatest common factor, and which we did, which was 16 bags with 2 carrot sticks and 3 celery sticks in each of the bags. Okay, let's do another problem. The movie house gives away a $5 coupon for every 4 movies purchased. They give away a bag of popcorn for every 3 movies purchased. How many movies would you have to purchase in all before receiving both a $5 coupon and a bag of popcorn at the same price? Well, let's look at it. First of all, what's the giveaway? Well, you receive $5 coupon when you purchase 4 movies. you receive a bag of popcorn when you purchase 3 movies. So it says it wants to know then how many movies are you going to have to purchase so that you get both of them at the same time. So our numbers are 4 and 3. So is your answer going to have to be greater than those numbers or less than those numbers? Well, you know you can't buy less than 4 movies and get a $5 coupon and a bag of popcorn. So you know our answer has to be a greater number. So then if it's a greater number, what are we using? Greatest common factor or least common multiple? Least common multiple, right? So let's look. Let's look at the common multiple. Let's find the multiples of 4 and 3. Well, if we're finding, we know one multiple is what? When we take and we multiply those two numbers together, we know 12 is a common multiple of 4 and 3. Let's see if it is the smallest, the least common multiple though. So 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. Now we can stop at 12 because we know it's going to be a common factor. Now let's look at 3. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12, isn't it? So then, the smallest amount of movies that you can purchase and receive both the $5 coupon and the bag of popcorn would be 12 movies. On the 12th movie, you're going to receive both. Now, when you buy 8 movies, you're going to get another $5 coupon, aren't you? Same way here, when you buy the 6th movie you buy, you're going to receive a bag of popcorn. The 9th movie you buy, you're going to receive a bag of popcorn. So then the 12th movie, you're going to receive a bag of popcorn, and you're also going to receive the $5 coupon. So now let's go back and make sure that it makes sense. The movie house gives away a $5 coupon for every 4 movies purchased. They give away a bag of popcorn for every 3 movies purchased. How many movies would you have to purchase in all before receiving both a $5 coupon and a bag of popcorn? So if you come back over here, like we said before, this is the movies purchased that allows you to get the $5 coupon. These right here are the ones that allows you to get a bag of popcorn. So the first one that they have in common, the least common multiple of 4 and 3 is 12. So on the 12th movie, they would have to purchase 12 movies before receiving both.